Okay, we are doing children classic poems. Okay, poems can enchant your children's, the rhythms and rhymes of the children's poetry can engage kids' attention, while the often vivid images conjured by the words feed their imagination. I can still remember and recite many of the poems that were read to me when I was a young child, and they left me with an enduring love for poetry. Okay, I can classic poetry often has a richness of language, so enlarging a child's vocabulary and giving an appreciation of good writing. The poems are ideal for reading about to kids. In fact, they can encourage a child to like bedtime, knowing there will be poems or a story. Little Trotty Wachtel. I first learned this poem when I was a 10-year-old, and although I can't remember it all the way through anymore, always think there's a little Trotty Wachtel when I see one of these birds. Little Trotty Wachtel, he went in a train, and tittering, tottering sideways, he never got straight again. He stooped to get a worm and looked up to get a fly, and then he flew away ere his feathers they were dry. Little Trotty Wachtel, he waddled in the mud and left his little footmarks trampled where he could. He waddled in the water budge, and waggle went his tail and choppered up his wings to dry upon the garden drain. Little Trotty Wachtel, you nimble all about, and in the dimpling water budge you waddle in and out. Your home is nigh at hand, and in the warm pigsty. So, little Master Wachtel, I'll bid you a goodbye, beautiful, at the zoo. Although today children see all kinds of wild animals on television and the movies, nothing can quite beat the thrill of visiting zoo and seeing them live. First, I saw a white bear, then I saw the black, then I saw the camel with the hump upon his back, then I saw the grey wolf with mutton in his paw. I saw the wombat waddle in the straw, and I saw the elephant waving off his trunk. Then I saw the monkey. Mercy, how pleasantly they smelled. When I was sick and lay in bed, I had two pillows at my head, and all my toys beside me lay to keep me happy all day. And sometimes for an hour or so, I watched my leaden soldiers go with different uniforms and drills among the bedclothes through the hills, and sometimes sent my ships and fleets all up and down among the sheets, or brought my trees and houses out in planted cities all about. I was a giant great and still, and sits upon the pillows hell, and sees before him dell and plain and pleasant land of counterpane, the child's garden of verses. Okay, great. We are doing it right, daffodils. I'm sure most British children learn this poem at school. Somehow it's magically conjures up the pictures that Wordsworth saw before him, the daffodils clustering in the breeze. I want it lonely as a cloud that flows on high over valleys and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched it in ever-ending line. Along the margin of a bay, 10,000 saw I at once, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jovial company. I guessed and guessed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For off when my coach I lie in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon my inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. Aha, beautiful. We are doing it. Together, everything is possible, right? It's a game. As a child, I was very, I used to, everybody would call me Bondu. It's such a sad story, I tell you. It's not a joke when somebody calls you Bondu, it's really, really sad. Then, what happened? Um, one day, my mother blessed me. I was crying, everybody was in the house, and my sister, I would go to school, and study, do the homework from 1 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night, and still I could hardly finish my homework. And even then, I didn't get good grades or nothing. My sister, hardly half an hour something she studies, and she would come not only first in the class but the whole school, whole school. And one day we had a whole lot of people together in the house, and everybody calling me Bondu Bondu, and I started to cry. That time my mother, put a hand on my head, and she said, Champa, she's gonna score more than you. And now everybody, even more laughter, more like, Bina Bondu will get more marks than Champa. Impossible, like everybody. But I truly believed in our blessings. Mother's blessings are always very powerful. And before you know it, you know what happened? My best friend, no, Jashri, her brother Santosh, he saw me crying. He said, "Why are you crying?" So I said, "See, Mummy has blessed me that I will score more than Champa. But how? How is that possible?" So he said, "Come, I'll teach you." So he made me sit down like I'm sitting in your presence now. And he said, "Look, sit straight, okay? And just breathe. Whatever your eyes see, your mind will grasp, okay? And like a game you play. And you forget yourself in the picture, okay?" And then he taught me that, so beautiful. Then the English teacher, I was doing Sindhi school, no? And college is all English, English, English. So he taught me think English, walk English, talk English, and listen to English music. And when you self-talk, talk in English. Okay, so that was also very, very nice. And then I came across a teacher. He taught me. He gave me coaching classes for math and science. So I did mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, everything, science, all the subjects there. And so beautiful. And yes, for sure, I scored more than Champa. You get it? And to be very, very honest, I'll tell you the truth. I believe that if a person, Bondu like me, could become so very smart and so with the blessings of mother. So my blessings, I'm like a godmother to all of you, right? So my blessings are on all of you. And with those blessings, you all too will shine and rise. And so beautiful you will feel. You'll say, "Oh my God," everybody will wonder, how come? School fees are so expensive. For the third standard, 1,25,000 is the fee. Can you imagine? Then 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs you have to pay donation in India. Can you imagine? The poor people can't afford. My son Johnson, his son who calls me daddy, daddy, daddy. Anmol, he's my favorite boy. He's so adorable. Even his fees are so much. His father is working so hard with me. How can they afford? What if you're poor, you cannot become the scholar? That's impossible. I'm here with you all. We will make you all scholars. Okay, you will love us. You will fall in love with studies. Okay, you'll just, it will be like a gameplay. Like how we are longing to play. Oh, we all like to play, like that we will all love to study. Then, even in the bathroom, you'll take your book, and because for 3 hours, mental health break. Can you imagine? 3 hours concentration, 3 hours, you don't have to think nothing, worry about nothing. Just be enjoying. Just like we watch a movie for 3 hours, we'll be reading a book for 3 hours. And we'll create the lesson together for 3 hours. 3 hours I will talk to you, okay? And put the best of best for you people. You just have to listen and do your work. And then we'll train you for various things, We are fabulous in training. We'll start a training school, okay? When I met Pappu Kalani, I told him, I want with you. He said, "You have a problem." I said, "No." You bring somebody else's problem. I said, "No." "Then why are you here for?" I said, "Look, we can give ration to 1,000 people, but with you, we want to dream big. No? We want to give employment to 1,000 people." He said, "Okay, fine." I said, "But oops, Giving employment is not the thing, it is training them, because without training people are nothing. So we want to train 1,000 people. Okay, we'll give them 1,000 rupees a day. Okay, and we'll teach them work, right? And along with that they can put nice things. They can learn, so work and worship together, hand in hand. We'll boom boom boom, we'll enjoy like anything, right? We'll rise and shine. And once Pappu Kalani wins, my God, he will do the best of best for all of us. That is for sure and absolute truth. So we'll start our training section as soon as possible. Come and join us. We'll do it. La 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 la. Love you all.